This TikTok shop video here got over 6 million views in the last week alone, making the brand owner that was selling the product a tasty 50k in revenues. And you want to know what's crazy? The entire video is made with AI. Now, I took a look at how the video was put together, and luckily for you guys, it's really simple to replicate. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you step by step the process that you need to follow if you want to make AI video ads that go onto TikTok, Meta, Amazon, wherever, for whatever product it is that you're looking to promote. But first, if you haven't come across me before, my name's Janson and I help people to start and scale their own brands using AI on platforms such as Shopify, Amazon, and TikTok. So if building a brand is something that you're really interested in, remember to subscribe to the channel and check out our Honest Brands coaching community. All right, so let's dive into the workflow that you need to follow if you want to make AI ads that also go viral on TikTok, just like the one that I showed earlier. So the first step that you'll need to follow is to come up with some sort of storyboard. You want to map out scene by scene what your ad or your video is going to look like. And ideally, you want your video to be around 30 seconds in length. Now, if you're not a particularly creative person or you're feeling short on inspiration for your storyboard, then what I would suggest that you do is you go to a website called Social One, which is basically a platform that will show you all of the TikTok shop related videos that are currently going viral on TikTok right now. So if we load the website and change the period to the last 30 days, you can see all of these videos here are currently going viral. They've got millions of views, and you can see what products they relate to and how much they've generated the creator that is promoting the product. So one of the quickest things that you can do for ideas is to look through what is going viral right now and even just search for the product that it is that you're looking to sell or promote on the TikTok platform. And you can actually see here the fourth most popular video in the past 30 days on TikTok is the video that I showed earlier, one that's made entirely with AI. So let's just say, for example, we are selling this product or we're looking to promote it. If you wanted to get more ideas for your storyboard, then what you could do is just click into the product here, and then straight away you'll be shown all of the different videos that are relating to this product that have gone viral on the TikTok platform within the past 30 days. So what I'd suggest that you do is you watch each video and you basically write down the different types of scene that you also want to include in your video. Or if you're feeling really lazy and you just want AI to do all of the thinking for you, then what you'll want to do is click into a TikTok shop product link that is the same product that you're looking to sell. So in this case, it's going to be this sofa cover. You'll want to scroll down to the product description, and then you will want to take a snapshot of the entire product description that's shown on your screen. After that, you'll want to head over to ChatGPT, paste in the snapshot that you just took, and then write something really simple like what I'm displaying on the screen here. I literally just wrote this off the top of my head. I just said, help me generate a storyboard that's about 30 seconds in length. Full details of the sofa is attached, and then I just kind of gave it some initial ideas that I'd kind of come across when I was browsing Social One. As soon as I did that, ChatGPT came to the rescue and I got this storyboard mapped out for me. How cool is that? Take a quick read through the proposed storyboard, make sure that it makes sense and that it's not made up any of the benefits or features of your product. And if you're happy with it, put it to one side in a Notion or Milano or project storage document, whatever it is that you've got, so that you can make sure that you don't lose it. The next step is to generate an opening image for each scene from your storyboard. So we can see scene 1 from ChatGPT is a close-up of a screwdriver being pushed firmly into the sofa cover. So what we'll need to do to generate that image is to head over to Nano Banana. Now, if you haven't come across it before, Nano Banana is an image generation tool owned by Google. Right now, it is the leader, and it's available on so many different platforms. You can access it on Freepik, Higgsfield, even the Gemini app on your phone. I like to use Nano Banana on Higgsfield or Freepik just because I think the user interface is really straightforward, but your experience may vary. In order for Nano Banana to really give you the best result possible, what you're going to need to do for each of these reference images is write your instructions out, tell it what you want it to do, and also give it an image of the product that you want to appear in the photo. And the reason that you need to do that is because obviously the product that you are looking to promote looks a certain way, and Nano Banana doesn't really know how it looks, what the material is, and so on, unless of course it's a super common product. So what I did in this example is I just took a screenshot of this picture here. And then first of all, I just basically said, can you just generate an image of this sofa, but from a slightly different angle and at a different focal length. Here you can see the image that Nano Banana produced, and here is the prompt that I gave it. Really simple. The only thing that it really needed in order to make this was that initial reference image that I'd taken from the TikTok listing. If we actually zoom in on the sofa, we can see that it's not quite right. The material isn't that same spandex that we can see on the TikTok shop listing. So all I did is I just thought I'll skip ahead because I'd looked at what the ChatGPT storyboard said. I just said, can you remake the image but change the material to the actual spandex material of the sofa cover? And then I attached another image from the TikTok shop listing. At the same time, I also included a reference image of the persona girl that I created in the last video and said, can you show her demonstrating the spandex nature of the sofa cover? And this is what Nano Banana produced, which is exactly how it looks on the TikTok shop listing. And as a little bonus, we've now got our opening reference image for another scene that's going to come a little bit later in the video. Now that that image has been done and Nano Banana understands exactly what my sofa cover looks like, I can go back to the screwdriver image, which was really simple to make. All I said is close-up of the sofa shown in the previous image, and then I just tagged the image that we just generated. The girl is not pinching it, but she's pushing a screwdriver into it to show its strength, and this is what it produced. Now, those of you that are eagle-eyed will notice that the material, it's changed again. It's changed back to what it was before, but everything else is perfect. That's not a problem though. It's a really easy fix. All I did was head back into Nano Banana and just say, change the material in this image to be the same as the material shown in this second image, and then pasted in a picture from the TikTok shop listing that showed the material that is used on the sofa cover. Our next scene involves a cat attempting to scratch away at our sofa cover. Again, a really easy prompt to come up with. You don't really need anything complicated anymore when it comes to Nano Banana. All I said was I want a close-up image of the sofa in the attached image, and then attached the image that was produced at the beginning of this exercise showing a house cat stretching and looking like it's going to scratch the arm of the sofa. Now, one real tip from me when it comes to Nano Banana, in order to save yourself a ton of time and pulling your hair out, on Nano Banana and Free Pick you can change the batch size. I would always recommend doing 2, 3 or 4, just because each variant that is produced is always going to look a bit different, and sometimes Nano Banana will just get it completely wrong. So you can see these images were made here. At the time when I was filming this, I got bonus pictures from Dream, which is another image generator, which from what I've seen from this exercise is nowhere near as good as Nano Banana Pro. So if we just look through all of the different images, you can see this one got made, this one here, this, and this. And it's this one that I really liked. This is the exact one that I was envisaging. And like I say, that's the importance of doing a batch size of more than one, because all of those images were produced from the exact same prompt. For the remaining scenes in this video, I just followed the exact same process that I've just shown you there, except for the very last one, which involves our model sat on the sofa with her cat talking to the camera. So just like before, I gave Nano Banana really simple instructions of what it was that I wanted. I said I want an image of the girl in the attached picture, and then I put in my persona image from before. I want her sat on the sofa, and then attached an image of the sofa that had been generated, sat cross-legged and looking straight at the camera. She's got the cat that was generated in the previous image sat on her lap, which she's stroking. And the reason that I mentioned that is because I want the cat that is generated in this image to look the exact same as the one generated before. If I didn't include that reference image of the cat, it would just generate something that looked completely different, and it would to the viewer be really obvious, and it would make them think this is obviously AI, and they'd probably scroll on. These were all of the images that Nano Banana and also Dream produced. With this one here, it's not even the girl that I uploaded, so another negative point for Dream there. And one of them even looked like a giant sat on my sofa. But this is the one that I went for. The proportions look perfect. The cat looked exactly how it did in the last image, and most importantly of all, the sofa looks exactly as it does on the TikTok shop. Now that we've got opening reference images images for each scene in our storyboard, the next step is to bring them to life and get them to be animated. And the best tool to do this right now is still Kling 3.0, which you can access on Higgsfield, or I actually prefer to just go direct to Kling's website because it's way quicker. And if you use the link in the description box below, you get a bunch of free credits. So it works out to be really cost effective. So that you can get the best results from Kling with the least amount of mistakes, I recommend utilizing Gemini or ChatGPT to get your prompt for the image that you want to bring to life. So the method that I go through is I just paste in the opening reference image and then I just say, help me write a prompt for Kling that does XYZ. So in this example here, I wrote, write a prompt for Kling that animates the attached. It shows the girl in the image demonstrating her spandex sofa by pulling it up and down to show the strength of the fabric. For the cat prompt, I said I want it to show a cat scratching at the cover. No damage happens. The camera pans in to show the sofa arm is in perfect condition and the cat has not damaged it. The screwdriver scene had an equally simple prompt. And then finally, the scene where the girl is sat on the sofa, I specifically said that I wanted her to be looking at the camera. I wanted the camera to be slowly panning in, and I wanted her to have a British accent that said, this sofa cover genuinely has changed my life. It's crazy. And then with all of those prompts, as soon as I hit enter, ChatGPT gave me the full instructions to paste over into Kling. Once you've got all of your reference images and your prompts to hand, you'll want to head over to Kling. You want to click generate, select 3.0, and then paste in your prompt from ChatGPT as well as your opening reference image. Before hitting generate, make sure you read through the prompt in its entirety because sometimes ChatGPT can put in some silly little things. And if you don't want to have sound effects or any speech at all, untick native audio because it will reduce the amount of credits that it costs to generate the video that you're looking to make. After a few minutes of waiting, you'll be given your video from Kling, and then it's just a case of rinse and repeating for each scene in your storyboard. Once you've produced all of your scenes in Kling, you'll want to download each video and then you'll want to bring them all together in your video editor of choice. So you can see here, I've got CapCut, and if we scroll through, we've got all of our videos here. Now, the final thing that I want to do so that I can match the video that I showed at the beginning of this tutorial is I want to introduce a narrator or the girl speaking. So what I did really simply is I went into ElevenLabs and I copied and pasted the script that ChatGPT gave me. I selected the voice that I liked the most, pressed generate, and straight away I got something that sounded like this.
Okay, this shouldn't be possible. My cat goes at it every day.
Once I downloaded my voice reading through my entire script in ElevenLabs, I brought it over to CapCut and then I started to just cut out the silences and try and tie it to the scenes that were playing on the video. Now, obviously this wasn't perfect because I was just doing it as quick as I could for this tutorial, but for the purposes of this video, it was pretty good. Now, for those of you that are eagle-eyed, you will notice that in the Kling prompt for the very last scene, I did actually specify that the girl was going to talk. Now, this is going to introduce a new problem that you will undoubtedly come across at some point, which is the voice from the girl that's been produced by the Kling tool is going to differ to the voice produced by ElevenLabs, which is something that you really need to make sure that you fix, because otherwise, again, it will just be really jarring and it will stand out to the person watching on TikTok or whatever platform. Now, fortunately, again, just like many things, thanks to AI, this is a really simple thing to fix. All you need to do is export your audio from CapCut so that you've got one single audio stream, and the beginning of the audio stream is obviously going to be one voice, and then the end of that stream is going to be the voice from Kling. So just like this, you can hear the voice actually changing. To fix it, you're going to head back into ElevenLabs and you're going to go to voice changer, and this is where you will upload your entire audio clip that's got your two different voices in it, and then you will again select the voice that you want to use. This time I think I actually used somebody else. I don't know why. I think I just discovered this Lucy girl. I clicked it, I then pressed generate, and then it turned that entire audio segment into a single clip where it sounds like it's the same person talking. I then headed back into CapCut, pasted my new voice clip from ElevenLabs, muted the old ones, and then wham bam, thank you ma'am, I have now got my ad showing my spandex sofa cover with the same voice throughout. So look at this, all AI, and doesn't she sound great?
This sofa cover genuinely has changed my life. It's crazy.
It looks good. It doesn't look too AI, given that I did make this in about 30 minutes, and the new voice matches exactly to her lips as she is speaking. Perfect. And that is all there is to it. Now, it might seem like this process is quite overwhelming and lengthy, but trust me, the more that you do it, the more that it will basically become like second nature, and you'll get really confident at when you need to use ChatGPT, when you can just write a prompt off the top of your head, and so on and so on. So whether you are a brand owner or a content creator, if you are looking to make AI videos that go viral on TikTok and that you can use to promote products on other platforms as well, this is the tutorial to follow. Now, if you want to have an even deeper dive and you want to have even more tutorials on AI, content creation, building a brand, you name it, then check out the Honest Brands coaching community in the description below. We are going really hard on AI. We are going really hard on meta ads, Shopify, Amazon, the lot, you name it. So come and join us if you are looking to become a huge brand owner for 2026 and beyond. With all that being said, that is the end of this tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next.